Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's lecture we are going to practice questions about allied angles, exercise 10.1, chapter 10. In this regard, question number 3, part 3 is that you have to prove cos of 306 plus cos of 234 plus cos of 162 plus cos of 18 equals to 0. You have to prove that the sum of all these angles is equal to 0. First of all, what we are going to do is we are going to write it in the form of theta plus k times 90 degrees. This will be, we are going to find the allied angles of these angles. Okay, for that we have to write 306 in the form of theta plus k times 90. Now in this regard, theta dash will be these angles which are given to us, and we are going to find theta, the smaller angle whose trigonometric ratios are same as theta dash, or whose trigonometric ratio can help us to find the trigonometric ratios of these angles. For this, first of all, let us take this angle 306. If theta dash is equal to 306, I will split it in this form. Okay, I will write 306 as some angle theta plus k times 90. For this we have to find k and theta. This will be our theta dash. The two things that we need to find to express 306 in this form is k and theta. To find k, or approximate value of k, can be deducted by dividing theta dash by 90. Okay, first of all, what you are going to do, you are going to divide 306, the angle which is given to you, by 90. Dividing these two, we are going to get the approximate value of k. Okay, from this we can deduce the value of k. So 306 divided by 90 is 3.4. Okay, we can try 3, k is equal to 3 and k is equal to 4. Okay, these are the two integrals which will help us to express 306 in this form. So let me take k is equal to 3 first. Now if k is equal to 3, the only thing unknown in this expression is theta. Now theta dash is the angle for which we are trying to find this expression. Okay, so to find theta, we will have to subtract theta dash minus, okay, shifting k times 90. Okay, these are the two things which will require, k and theta. For k, we are going to divide the angle which is given to us by 90. Okay, if you are trying to find allied angles, you will going to divide it by 90. And as we did in exercise 9.3, I think, that was in which we divided the angles by 360, because there we needed the multiples of 360, we needed coterminal angles. But here we are trying to find the multiples of 90, theta plus the multiple of 90. So you divide the given angle by 90, and you will get the value, the approximate value of k, either 3 or 4. We will try 3. If it can help, that will be okay. If it does not, we will go for k is equal to 4. Okay, so now theta dash is this angle. Okay, the angle which we want to split, write its value, theta dash minus k times, what's k? The approximate value of k is 3 times 90. Okay, subtracting these two can give us the acute angle over here. Okay, the angle that whose trigonometric ratios can help us find this expression, or making this expression equals to 0. Now subtracting these two, we will get theta equals to 36 degrees. Now we know that this is 18 and 36 is twice of 18. So we are getting some angles which is related to this angle 18. Okay, now theta is equal to 36 and k is equal to 3. So 306 can be written as, 306 degrees can be written as theta, which came out to be 36, and k is equal to 3. So we are going to put the value of k is equal to 3 and theta over here, which will help us to express 306. Theta dash was 306. We found k by dividing the given angle by 90. This is k, and with the help of k, by putting k over here and theta dash equals to 306, we can find the value of this theta. Okay, which is here, which over here is 36 degrees. So it means theta dash, which is 306, can be written as theta 36 plus k was 3 times 90. Okay, so we have expressed this angle into in this form. Okay, we needed two things, k and theta. We obtained k, and with the help of that we again obtained theta degrees, okay, by using theta dash and k. Now it means we are going to do, we are going to put the value of k and theta back into this expression. Theta dash will be the angle which we want to split and express in this form. So 306 is 36 plus 390. You can check this by using a calculator, that 3 times 90 plus 36 is equal to 306. After expressing this, cos of 306 will be, to find cos of 306 degree, it means we have to find cos of 36 plus 3 times 90. Now as this is an odd multiple of 90 degrees, so the cos will change to its co-ratio sine. This will be equal to sine of the acute angle which is involved here, 36. Okay, as we discussed in the previous lecture, that if the you have the odd multiple of 90 over here, the cos ratio will go to sine, because the trigonometric ratios go to the co-ratios. Okay, co-ratio of this. Okay, so you can write cos of 36 as sine of 36. Cos has been converted to sine, and in order to find whether it is plus or minus, you have to find the quadrant in which 306 lies. Now 306, if you may see, this is 3 times 90 plus 36. 1 times 90, 2 times 90, 3 times 90 will be here, and plus 36 means that this angle will be in the fourth quadrant. Now we know that in the fourth quadrant, cos and secant are always positive. So cos of 306 will be a positive number. Okay, so this is sine 36. Cos of 306 is equal to sine 36. Okay, we will note down it here. In the same way we are going to express these angles. We will try to express them into in the form of acute angles. So taking the next angle 234, we are again going to repeat the same procedure for it, and we are going to note down this. Okay, this we are going to note down it over here, because we are going to use this. Cos of 306 is sine of 36. Okay, mark this as 1 because we are going to use it. Now taking the next angle, which is 234, again we are going to repeat the same procedure. We are going to find k, and we are going to find theta. Okay, repeating the same procedure. To find the value of k, we have to express 234 as a sum of theta plus k times 90. For that, I am going to divide. Again, theta dash is 234. Okay, we are trying to find the relation for 234. So theta dash is 234. In order to find k, we have to divide theta dash by 90 degrees. Okay, this is 234 divided by 90. This will give us the approximate value of k. Okay, so 234 divided by 234 divided by 90 gives us 2.6. Okay, so it means k will be either 2 or 3. Okay, this gives us the approximate value of k. Let us take 2. Okay, now to find theta over here, what we have to do is we have to subtract theta dash minus k times 90. Okay, as it can easily be seen, to find theta we have to subtract k times 90 from theta dash. This will give us this acute angle. So theta dash is 234 minus k that we are using is 2. Okay, now let us find whether we get an helpful angle or not. 234 minus 2 into 90, that will be equal to 54. Theta is equal to 54. This is also somehow related to 18. Okay, because 3 times 18 is 54. So we are getting the angles which are somehow related to this 18. Now if we subtract Now this 54, we can write it as 90 minus 36. Theta 54 can be written as 90 minus 36, because we remember that we had obtained sine 36 over here. Now previously we got 36, but over here if we use k is equal to 3, okay, if we use k is equal to 3, this will give us an angle which we have already obtained over here, 36. If I use 3 instead of 2, okay, this calculation will give you the approximate value of k, okay. You can take 2 or 3 in which case, in either case, if you get too helpful, you can put the value of k is equal to 2, and if you put k is equal to 3, if that is helpful, then take k is equal to 3, okay. This is just an approximation. This will just give you an approximate value of k. Just try them out, okay. Try both these values, whichever suits us, we will take that value, okay. Now if I take k is equal to 3, then this will be, theta comes out to be equal to 234 minus 3 into 90, okay. 234 minus 3 times 90, this will be equal to negative 36. So as you may see, we have obtained the same angle. So it's better to take k is equal to 3 than to take k is equal to 2, because we are getting some same angles. We have to make this expression equal to 0. For that we need same things with opposite signs, okay. So we are trying to get 36 over here, because we already have sine 36, and now if theta is negative 36, then theta dash, which is 234, it means 234 can be written as negative 36 plus 3 into 90, okay. K was, first I tried k is equal to 2, but it was giving us 54, okay, and taking k is equal to 3 gave us 36, which is already involved. So that's why I prefer to take k is equal to 3 instead of 2, okay. This just gives you an idea about k, an approximation about k. K is equal to 2 can help, or 3 can help, okay. Any one of these can help. If you get help from 2, that is well and good. If not, then try 3 also, okay, the next value. So 234 can be written as negative 36 plus 3 times 90, okay. Now we have to find cos of 234. Now cos of 234 is equal to cos of, if I write it like this, cos of 3 into 90 minus 36, okay. This expression can be written as 3 times 90 minus 36. Now as we have an odd multiple of 90, so cos will change to sine of this acute angle which is involved, okay. Because if we have an odd multiple of 90, the trigonometric ratios change to the co-ratio. Cos will change to sine because of this odd multiple. K is equal to odd, okay. This will be equal to sine of 36, okay. And now let us determine the sine of 234. Now it is 3 times 90 minus 36, okay. 234 is 3 times 90 minus 36. So now 3 times 90 means 1 time, 2 times, 3 times 90. Minus 36 means that something is subtracted from 3 times 90. That is, our angle is going to be, if you subtract something from this angle, obviously this angle will lie in the third quadrant. As it lies in the third quadrant, so here cos is always negative in the third quadrant. So we are going to put a negative sign over here. Okay, we are going to put a negative sign over here. It means cos of 234 is negative sine of 36. Now we have to note down this also. Cos of 234 is equal to negative sine of 36. Negative sine 36. This is what we have obtained so far. Okay, this is the first result that we obtained. This is the second result we obtained. We are going to replace these values by sine 36 over here and this value by negative sine 36 over here. As you may see, you have two same numbers with opposite signs, so we will be able to cancel these two. And now let's move to the next angle, 162. Now the next angle is 162. Now theta dash is equal to 162. Again, to find k, we are going to divide theta dash by 90. That is, theta dash is 162. Dividing it by 90, what will be the answer? 162 divided by 90. It's going to be 1.8, okay, which is approximately equal to, you may take it as 1 or 2, okay. These are the two values we are going to try. Now theta will be theta dash minus k times 90 degrees. Theta dash is 162. If you take k to be equal to 2, okay, you can take k either 1 or 2. You are going to try both these values. Now if I take k to be equal to 1, okay, then this will be 162 minus 90. 162 minus 1 times 90 will give us the angle 72. As you may see, the 72 is nowhere here. So let me take the k is equal to 2. If you put k is equal to 2, what will be the value over here? 162 minus 2 times 90 gives us 18, okay, negative 18. This is equal to negative 18. We know that we have a 18 degree over here, so it's better to take k is equal to 2 than to take it equal to 1, okay. Over here, taking k is equal to 2 is more helpful. You just have to try both these values, okay. Whichever lead you to the better result, you are going to choose that. So theta is equal to negative 18. Now we are going to replace the value of theta as well as the value of k. K is equal to 2 was more suitable value, that was we took k is equal to 2. We are going to place k is equal to 2 and theta is equal to negative 18 over here, and theta dash was 162. So 162 is equal to, putting the values negative 18 plus k was equal to 2, or we can write it as 2 into 90 minus 18. Now we have to find the cos of 162. So writing cos of 162 is equal to cos of 2 times 90 minus 18. So here we have even multiple of 90, okay. So cos will remain cos, and taking the cos of this acute angle, pick this angle only, okay, ignore everything else. So once you have written is some multiple of 90 plus or minus some acute angle, take the acute angle only, okay. And if the multiple is even, cos will change to cos, and if the multiple is odd, then cos will change to its co-ratio sign. As we have an even multiple of 90 over here, okay, so cos of this expression will be equal to 18. Now about the plus and minus sign, 162, the quadrant of 162 will be, now 162 lies in the second quadrant, as we already know, or you can also judge it in the way 2 times 90 minus 18 means this is 1 times 90, this is 2 times 90. Minus 18 means you are going to subtract something from this angle, so it will be in the second quadrant. 162 is in the second quadrant where cos is negative, okay. Cos of 162 is negative, so we are going to put a negative sign over here, because cos is negative in second quadrant. You are going to look for the quadrant in which this trigonometry ratio is positive or negative, okay. You are just going to locate the angle first, and that will tell you whether this expression will be negative or positive. So this will be equal to negative of cos 18, means that cos of 162 is equal to negative cos of 18, and this is the third result that we are getting. So now let me write the third result also. Cos of 162 is equal to negative cos of 18. Now I am going to replace these three expression by these three to get the right hand side. Okay, so now let me write. I have calculated cos of 306, which was sine 36. Then I calculated cos of 234, which came out to be equal to negative 36. Then I calculated cos of 162, which came out to be equal to negative cos of it. Now I'm going to place these cos of 306 I will replace by sine 36. I will replace cos of 234 by negative sine 36, cos of 162 by this, and we are going to get the result in this step. Okay, so this is how you simplify expression or find trigonometric ratios by using the allied angle concept. Okay, that we discussed in detail in the previous lecture. Now I will replace cos 306 by, I will take the left hand side. Okay, cos of the 306 plus cos of 234 plus cos of 162 plus cos of 18. This is the left hand side. Cos of 306 was equal to sine 36, so I am going to replace it by sine 36, plus cos of 234 is equal to negative sine 36, negative sine of 36, plus cos of 162 is negative cos of 18. Okay, plus cos of 18. Now this will be equal to sine 36 minus plus minus minus, we are going to get sine 36 minus cos of 18 plus cos of 18. Now these are two same values having opposite signs, so they will cancel out each other, same as here. So we are going to get the result 0, which is equal to the right hand side, and this is what we needed to prove. So we proved this expression to be equal to 0 with the help of the concept of allied angles. Now let's move to the next question. Now in question number 4, part 1, we have to prove that this expression is equal to cos of theta. Over here we have allied angles. Cos pi is twice of pi by 2. Okay, so it means that this is twice of pi by 2 plus theta. 3 times pi by 2, again we have an expression of allied angles because this is theta plus some k times pi by 2. Pi by 2 is in radians 90 degrees is equal to pi by 2. Okay, so over here again 3 times pi by 2 means we have some multiple of 90 minus some other angle. Cos square pi, again pi is an even multiple of 90. 2 times pi by 2, it can be written as 2 times pi by 2. Here 2 pi, which can be written as 4 times pi by 2. So I am going to write it in the form of allied angles, which will help us to cancel out some things to get cos of theta. Okay, so sine, let me take the left hand side. Sine square pi can be written as 2 times pi by 2. Okay, because these 2 cancels out and this is equal to pi. So I have written pi to be equal to twice of pi by 2, so that I can use the concept of allied angles. Okay, and tangent, this is already written in the form of 3 pi by 2, can be written as 3 times pi by 2 plus theta over cot square 3 pi by 2 minus theta, and cos square is pi is again an even multiple of pi by 2. Okay, minus theta, and this is cosecant of 2 pi can be written as 4 times pi by 2. Okay, I am writing in the form of multiple of 90 so that I can use the concept of the allied angles. Okay, the properties of the allied angles to get these values. Okay, now let's start. Over here 2 times pi by 2 means k over here is odd. Okay, I told you that theta is equal to theta plus k times pi by 2. If k is even, then the trigonometric ratio will remain the same. If k is odd, it will change. Now over here we have even multiple of pi by 2, so sine will remain sine. Okay, we are going to write it in the form of sine of theta. Okay, this is the acute angle which we are going to write. Sine square of this angle will be equal to sine square theta. Okay, you are going to ignore all this part. You are just going to write sine of theta. Sine will go to sine because we have even multiple of theta. If it was an odd multiple, we would have changed sine to cos, And now in this we don't have to decide about the sign, we don't need to decide about the sign of this angle, because over here we have a square. Okay, so whether it's negative or positive, at the end we are going to get a positive number, so no need to go for the signs or look for the signs. Okay, it will at the end it will be a positive number anyways. Okay, over here we have odd multiple of pi by 2, so tangent will change into its co-ratio. The co-ratio of tangent is cotangent, so it is going to be cot of theta. Now let us decide its sign. 3 times pi by 2 plus theta means this angle is going to be in which quadrant? 3 times pi by 2 means 1 times pi by 2, 2 times and 3 times. Plus theta means you are adding something to it. It means you are going to move in the next quadrant. Okay, and this will be an acute angle. Whenever we have an unknown angle, we are going to take it as an acute angle. Okay, so you are not going to cross this quadrant and reach first quadrant. This will be 3 times 90 plus theta. Okay, theta will be an acute angle, so you are going to remain in the fourth quadrant. Now in the fourth quadrant we know that tangent is always negative, so we are going to put a negative sign over here, because tangent, this is an angle in the fourth quadrant, and tangent of all angles which are in the fourth quadrant are always equal to a negative number. Now next, cot square 3, again we have an odd multiple of pi by 2, so cot will change into its co-ratio, that is tangent, and we don't need to worry about the sign because over here we have square, so it's going to get positive whether it's negative or positive, so we don't need to worry about the sign. Over here too we have even multiple, so cos will remain cos, and it is going to be equal to cos of the angle which is involved. Again we have square, so we don't need to worry about the sign, because whether it is negative or positive, the answer at the end will always be a positive number. Over here we have even multiple, so again it will be cosecant will remain cosecant. Okay, and to decide the sign of this angle, 4 times pi by 2 minus theta means 4 times pi by 2 will be 1 2 3 4 times, and minus theta means you will be in the fourth quadrant, because you are subtracting 4 times pi theta from pi by 2, and it's an acute angle, so you are going to be in the fourth quadrant where cosecant is always negative, so you are going to put a negative sign over here. Okay, now we have to prove that this expression is equal to cos theta. Okay, the right hand side is cos theta, so I'm going to convert all these into cos and sine expression. Cot theta can be written as cos theta over sine theta. Now as we know, this cot theta is equal to cos over sine, so I'm going to write minus for shift this negative sign to the left hand side, or you can cancel out these two signs altogether. Cot theta is equal to cos theta over sine theta, over tan theta is sine square theta over cos square theta into cos square theta, and cosecant we know that is equal to 1 over sine theta. Now this cos square theta, this can be cancelled out with the help of this, and you can cancel out this sine theta, the square of this number. Now this sine theta will be shifted to the denominator, because it is in the denominator of the numerator, so anything in the denominator of the numerator is always shifted to the denominator. So this will be equal to sine square theta cos of theta. One sine theta was left over here, the other one will be placed from the denominator, from the numerator to the denominator. After shifting this sine theta, this is sine theta, and over here we had sine square theta. These two are going to be cancelled out with this sine square theta, and we are going to get cos theta, which is equal to the right hand side, and that is what we needed to prove here. So it is the solution of the first part is completed, question number 4 part 1, and the rest of the question I'm going to do in the next video.